is what we call the pump, the circulator relay. In it, it has several functions. There's a transformer, your 24-volt transformer that you had on the board.
Yes.
This combines it here. The circulator relay to start the circulator is also here. That's this. Plus, there's also a high temperature limit. This is that high temperature limit, and there's like a sensor that goes in here which measures the water temperature that shuts it off if it gets too hot. And plus it has primary control from the thermostat, and the power goes in. It has a transformer, and this is basically what many boilers use. The trouble is it's expensive. It's about $200, and a lot of boiler manufacturers like Weil McLean don't use these. They do it like from the individual components. This is the pump, like I said. This happens to be a 3-speed pump. This has a motor to it. Now, these small pumps are what they call the water lubricated pumps, which mean that they don't have oil lubricating the bearings, they have water lubricating them, which is fine ordinarily, except, sorry, I put that on, I should have. Occasionally, especially over the summer when you have it off, these things have a tendency to jam. So when you start up after it being still for 2 or 3 months, they won't start again. These are what they call high impedance motors. In other words, they're like the synchronous motor. They can stand being jammed. And if that's the case on the Grundfos pump, which is a real problem, I've had these, and there's this, yeah, right, that's right, there's a screw slot, and sometimes you can free it, if it's jammed, or I can put my finger, I can turn it. This isn't jammed, this is working, but sometimes they jam, you free it this way. Usually this is nothing. So when you open this, sometimes it's like being in the shower. I mean, if I see a Grundfos pump, I'll change it. They're a problem. I don't know why you see so many of them. Maybe they got them right by now. For
on the return line.
Usually the pump is on the return line. Sometimes they put on the supply. I believe I like it on the return, because then the pump runs cooler water. When you run on the outlet, you're running hot water, and the water is speeded up very fast. Sometimes it can boil and make the pump shake, and it's called cavitation. So you want to pump as cool as you can. I believe in pumping in, but not everyone does. There's a triindicator gauge on the boiler which gives us the temperature of the water in the boiler, and also the pressure.
How far the temperature should go on the boiler, on the hot water boiler?
Depends. For a home, between 180 and 200 should keep you warm. If you have to go much higher, your radiation is too small, or your pump or your piping is inadequate. It's 180 degree water should do it. So you can use this gauge a lot to see your pressure also, and controlling the pressure. Most common problems, get back to the pumps. Can I have a 5/16 spin pipe, please, Bill?